March 27th, 1964. A normal Kodiak day is interrupted by one of the worst natural disasters in Kodiak's history. I was able to interview some people who experienced the Good Friday earthquake. Here are their stories.
We were actually eating dinner when the earthquake started.
And that's what I was doing with my daughter. I was inside the banya when earthquake struck.
We were home, if I remember, because that was a long time ago. It was about 5:30 in the evening.
I was cooking dinner because my husband's a fisherman and he was going to leave around 7 o'clock that night.
The neighbor lady came running out screaming that it was the end of the world and we were all going to die.
I felt like it just went up into a hump and I was trying to keep my balance.
And you see the road going in waves like this and the telephone poles would lay flat, and they'd go back and forth and lay flat. And it was kind of like, oh my gosh, is this the end of the world? There was just so much devastation and it was just hard to comprehend.
I was watching the electrical lines because I was afraid one of them might snap.
It was the emptying of the channel that was just unbelievable. Like it would have been in a movie.
And when it stopped, I thought, I'm going to go downtown and see if there's anything had happened downtown. I also noticed a lot of people all of a sudden were rushing to their cars, and it was like a scary movie where the monster was coming, and I didn't know anything about a tsunami. I was just watching to see what happened with the earthquake.
We packed the car up, but by the time we tried to get out, which is at the 4-way stop now, the water was already there. So we went up the hill. So I didn't go up Pillar Mountain.
It was like a tide that rose very quickly. And you'll see some of those pictures that the Baradov has. I think they're Sid Omlin's pictures. And there's cars parked where the Crab Festival food booths are now, right in that parking lot there. And they're parked there, and you see the water, like a sequence of pictures, water coming higher and higher. And then there's water in the parking lot, and then there's water up to the windows, and then the cars are starting to float. But it took quite a while. I mean, you can walk away from it.
I did see the wave come in. It didn't come in like this, but part of the channel, like on this part right down here, it was rushing. It looked like water rushing down a hill with rocks. All of a sudden, they said, hear the wave, and you could see this water coming through the channel this way. And then all of a sudden, the sound was terrible. You could hear wood snapping. At one point, it was so surreal and so upsetting that I went back in the house. I didn't want to see it.
As the water went out, the whole boat harbor rose up above the town. And it was pretty scary feeling. That's when I turned around and started up the hill to my house.
So when we came back, I don't remember why we came back, but it was in enough time that I was able to see one wave where the channel emptied and then filled up again.
When the ground is shaking, where are you going to run?